You ever feel like you've gotten too comfortable in life? Not that necessarily the things around you are comfortable or comforting, but you just look through your eyes, everything just seems comfortable, like something you've already seen and already have known. Like the world's kind of lost some charm, maybe. I've been thinking about that a lot. And it's so weird because I feel like it's not just a me thing. I think it's kind of maybe cultural. Maybe it's just the times, I suppose. I don't know. But everything just feels like, when you look at an old picture, something that you know has been printed out off of film or something along those lines. It's just got that aura around it. And I don't know if that's just from when I was a kid, but I feel like I had that same sort of aura to my envisioning of everything. Not, I guess, the future really, but just everything around me. Like if I looked at, I don't know, a tree or hell, like just a fucking blanket or something, it seemed different. It just seemed like I was more involved, more aware, more conscious, I don't know, of my surroundings and just really in tune with what was going on around me. I don't know if it's technology or what it may be, all the everyday distractions or whatever else your mind wanders off to. But I definitely feel like there's something lost there. And I noticed myself striving to try to get that back some way. And the more I think about it, I just feel like that's part of the problem, I guess. I try so hard to bring back the rose tinted goggles, maybe. I don't even think it's that either. I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think just people are realizing kind of how shitty the world is, I suppose. And how evil people can be. I don't know. Sometimes when I slip back into consciousness, I guess, I try to figure out a way to bring that feeling back. And I really do worry that it won't come back. And I get it in fleeting moments, and sometimes even maybe a couple minutes or a while if something's just, really special, but I don't know. What do you do in a world that you can no longer really just go out in and explore? I mean, you can, and I'm not even just talking about Corona or whatever else might keep you inside. Just feels like everything's against you to do so. No one's allowing you or letting you or holding you back. I think maybe that's the same with how you feel. Flowers are pretty. I find myself getting distracted a lot, just with life and distractions, obviously. Whatever you're doing to stop yourself thinking, I suppose. Or maybe ward off a thought. And I was thinking about that specifically earlier today when I was having some negative thoughts, and when I was listening to some music, I was having some negative thoughts after I was just enjoying it for a while, and I reached for my phone to change and turn off the music and play a YouTube video or something to distract myself with, and I kind of stopped and I did what I always think why, but I guess I asked myself a little deeper today. And it really seems like, I feel like it goes back to my grandma's death and how that affected me as a kid. I believe I repressed a lot of memories from then because I do have very vivid and fond memories of her. But I don't remember much of around the time she was dying. I guess that could be because they kind of hid it from us, or I don't know. But I always did stuff to... Anytime the thought of my grandma would come up into my head, Dragonfly. I just try to ward it off and think about anything else I could. It's because I didn't want to have those thoughts. Oh, sorry, buddy. So I would play games or, do anything else, and I believe I'm ADHD as is. So I don't have that great of train of thought, obviously. But I would just do whatever I could to distract myself for as long as I could, and I've known that's what's been going on for years, and I've told myself that's what's been going on for years, but it starts manifesting itself in weird ways that you don't really realize, I suppose. And a lot of it ties in too, when things like depression and anxieties and ADHD, and it all gets thrown into the pot, and he kind of makes it all up, and shit just gets weird, and it starts messing with each other in weird ways, and new problems start to pop up. And those are hard to identify because there's so many culprits behind them, and those problems cause problems, and etc. Stuck in a briar. Yeah, that brings me back to... I do notice myself just pushing away from reality, I guess. And then I wonder if that's in part maybe why I specifically, or people culturally, or I guess just around the world in general, they're not wanting to accept, I guess, life. You acknowledge, but you don't accept. I remember one time, I was very young, probably like 4 or 5, and I was, I think I was watching like Nova with my dad, like that old science show, documentary shit or whatever that just ran for hours. I was talking about the heat death of the universe and how that was going to come in 6 billion years or million or whatever it was, whatever the absurd number was. Not going to happen anytime in my lifetime, but I remember breaking down, and I felt, I don't know how to feel. I felt literally like I was just in an infinite room of darkness, as stupid as that says, that as a kid, and I couldn't comprehend the idea of death when my dad told me it, because he told me, I would die before that ever happened anyway, or we would all die before that would ever happen anyway. And yeah, it really just threw me off, and it's kind of always, specifically whenever I think of death or anything along those lines, that memory rears its head, and it's weird, because I see that that's what it is, and that's the trauma possibly, and then along with my grandma dying and etc. with the rest of family and what have you. But yeah, I worry that I've just, in a lot of ways, not just that way obviously, but I've pushed away reality, and I feel like maybe it's something that a lot of people have done. But sorry if this video's kind of rambly or whatever. I just kind of wanted to think out loud a little bit, which is usually hard for me to do. Thinking in my head usually is as well, but I don't know. I don't know if you could learn anything from this video, or if you feel any of those same ways, I suppose, but hope anyone who's out there, no matter what's going on in your life, you're doing alright, or at least striving to do alright, and always thinking what's going on in your head, always understand that you are just a brain, but it's what makes you you still regardless. Maybe just give thought exercises and try your best when you can think the deepest you can about things, and I don't know. But I hope everyone has a great day. So, I'll see you.